issue. That's why I like this particular article. So the article is called Lions and Tigers, How Are You? And here's the setup for it. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus has been entertaining the public for generations. It's a tradition. Has anybody here by any chance ever been to one of their circuses? You bet, it's a tradition. And because something's a tradition, when I use that word, something is a tradition. Think about this a minute. If something's a tradition, what does that invoke in your memory? What do you expect from something that's a tradition? Yes, sir. And can you speak in a really loud voice so all of your colleagues can hear? Go ahead.
Doing something over and over again for generations.
Doing something over and over again, a little fast, but I got it. Doing something over and over again for generations. Exactly. Do you expect, if it's a tradition, do you expect something brand new to occur? No. Holidays are coming. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, are there certain things we expect traditionally at Thanksgiving? Yeah? No? Yeah, there are. Turkey. It's what the first thing that comes to mind. When you go to a circus, what's interesting about this article is, one of the premises is, circuses have been around for a long time. They're traditional. They're things we expect to see at a circus. And we'll dig a little bit more into that. However, recently, the circus has been accused of mistreating its animals. Therein lies the premise of the argument. The animal rights activists have one position you will be deciphering or figuring out. The circus has a very different position. Let's take a look right now. You can hang where you are. You don't have to log in yet. One thing I suggest you do, and teachers, as I model this, I do suggest setup. And one thing is, I want to take an advanced look at the thought question. As you read your Achieve 3000 article, you're going to take notes, and your notes, when you save them, all transfer to your thought question. So here's what you're going to be reading and thinking about. This article describes the disagreement between Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus and animal rights activists. Which side do you support? So we're going to talk about which way you support it two ways. The first thing we're going to do is, when you do Achieve, is you take a poll. And we'll be doing that in a minute. We'll do some whole class stuff with that. And that's going to be talking about, how do I feel? What do I support? But you're going to read an article, and you're going to have to figure out two sides of the argument. What the animal rights activists are saying about the circus, and what the circus is saying. Everybody go ahead and log on. What appears should be the tiger with the tiger trainer, I guess would be the word. And the same thing I just talked about. All right, lions and tigers, how are you? Let's travel. Let's travel to the circus, basically. Here we go. Some animals live in the wild while others are kept in captivity. What do you think about this? Here's the poll question. Now, one thing I see happening is everybody just goes, click, vote. I want you to give this a little thought, because this is where what you think. This is where you're connecting with what you think. So here we go. Animals are better off when they live in the wild instead of captivity. Yours might not say exactly that. Read what yours says and vote, but do not move on yet. Just go ahead and vote. There is no right or wrong answer. It's how you feel. Should just take a minute. Now, I'd like for you to tell me, to write, explain why you voted the way you did in the box, but I'm going to kick it up a notch for you. That right-hand stuff in the gray down your page is your vocabulary. Would you please try to use, I want you to give me in 3 sentences, do not write a book, 3 sentences. Tell me why you voted the way you did, and C, challenge yourself. Can I use one of those vocabulary words? because I think you're a class that can handle that kind of thing. So take a peek at your vocabulary words, challenge yourself, and tell me in 3 sentences why you voted the way you did. I see some good thinking going on. I like where everybody's engaged. Nice job, you guys. Nice job. That's why it's my favorite age group. Just sorry I'm late. It cut into my time. Did you give the explanation? No? Okay, everybody had time to kind of get their thoughts together? Let's do something fun with it. We're much too silent, all right? Look up. So, you don't have to move on to your article yet. Here's the deal. There's no right or wrong answer. So when I ask you to do this, you don't have to look around and say, how did my friends vote? This is where you connect with what you feel, what you think. But I need for you to be able to support why. That's why I had you write a little bit about it. And I need for you, your vocabulary is important. The reason I asked you to use a vocabulary word is sometimes we don't pay any attention to it, and it'll help you, all right? It'll help you be better readers. First thing, if you agree, I will read the premise again. Animals are better off animals are better off when they live in the wild instead of captivity. If you agree with that statement, would you stand up? And that's not me looking around to see how our friends feel. Excellent. So the majority of us, if you look around, would you all agree that the majority of us feel animals should not be in circuses, should not be held in captivity? All right? Let's talk about the whys now. Who would like to share why they feel? Just try to keep it to a sentence, basically, or so. It's okay, okay? Who can share with me, why do you feel that way? Be an activist. Stand up for what you feel. Why did you say, I agree, you bet, animals should live in the wild. They should not be. Go ahead, and can you speak loudly so all of your colleagues can hear? Go ahead.
Animals deserve to be free.
Because?
They shouldn't be held and trapped.
Okay. Animals deserve to be free. That's their right to be free. Give me 5. Nice. Anybody else have another reason? Sir, and be sure you talk to all of your colleagues. Go ahead.
They should be free to do what they want instead of just like being forced to go most.
Okay, everybody agree with that? Give me 5. 2 pieces of evidence. Different points of view. 2 pieces. Nice. Third evidence. Somebody over here. This side of the room's a little stuck. Yes, ma'am.
Animals should deserve to be with their parents, not be taken away from their home.
Excellent. A totally different point of view. Nice. Okay. The agreeers can have a seat. Is there anybody who disagrees? Who think, no, disagree? It's okay. Hang on. You answer. Tell me why in a loud voice. Tell your colleagues why, not just me. Yeah, go ahead.
I vote this way because a lot of animals are captured and sold on the black market. If we keep them in captivity, we can reproduce the animals and keep them around for generations. But I say if you own animals, you should be subject to home searches so they can make sure the cages are being well fed and they're big enough.
Lot of reasons. Give him a hand. Nice job. Go ahead. Talk to your colleagues, not just to me. You're talking to your colleagues. Go ahead.
Animals should, I disagree because the animals, can like,
You have it. Go ahead. No, you do.
that, the reason why is because the animals can like easily, get, like sometimes when they're in the circus, they can easily get away from them, like, they
totally different point of view, nice job. Because would it be fair to say what you're trying to say is, if animals are in captivity or a safe environment, they couldn't get out and hurt anybody. But if you're walking through the woods and a bear comes after you, chances are, guess what? You might get hurt. One more point of view, sir, and speak to your colleagues, not just to me.
Some of these animals have been in there for generations and have been born in captivity. If you just send them out into the wild, they're gonna die within a few days because they don't know how to fend for food. They're just done.
Go ahead.
See, the reason they should be kept in captivity is like the same thing that what happened to dogs and cats back when people first got dogs, they were not dogs. They were literally wolves. They just happened to be easy to domesticate.
Domesticated. Okay, so
And
they can become, no, keeping it domesticated, that's the third reason. Give me 5.
I didn't finish.
I know, but we gotta move on.